Subtlety? Pfft, who needs it? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 over-the-top action movies. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're bringing you the craziest, most overblown, and wonderfully over-the-top action flicks. If you need action and you need it big, loud, and ridiculous, you've come to the right place. Number 10, Double Impact.
Frank!
What's better than a movie starring Jean-Claude Van Damme? A movie starring two Jean-Claude Van Dammes.
Very funny.
This movie is the first of several films in which the Muscles from Brussels squares off against or teams up with his exact double. In this one, JCVD plays Chad and Alex, two twins who were separated when they were infants and must team up to take down a triad drug ring.
I can't believe this. My brother.
As if that wasn't enough, this movie also features a showdown between Van Damme and the hulking Hong Kong actor Bolo Yeung. And trust us when we say that that fight scene is ridiculous in all the right ways. Number 9, Bad Boys 2.
We ride together. We die together.
Love him or hate him, you can't deny the impact that Michael Bay has had on the action genre. And his sequel to the 1995 original certainly has all the earmarks of what has since been dubbed Bayhem. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence return as a pair of loose cannon Miami cops determined to bring down the drug trade, no matter how many shootouts and or car chases it takes to do so.
Oh, they are not about to do that.
Hell yes, they are!
With style to spare and a whole truckload of high-impact fight scenes, this one remains a favorite among action fans. And do we even need to mention the opening scene? Number 8, The Expendables.
Great. They got a small army. What do we got? 4.5 men.
Not so funny.
Some of the reigning kings of classic action cinema were brought together for the very first time in this all-out action extravaganza. And seeing Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Jason Statham, and countless others together is worth the price of admission all by itself.
This is a problem. He wants to be president.
Following an elite band of mercenaries, the film is the kind of hard R shoot-'em-up that action fans love, with enough over-the-top violence to satisfy even the most die-hard fan. Whether it's the copious explosions or the legions of witless goons getting turned into red paint, this movie delivers action in spades. And what else could you expect from a cast like this? Number 7, Smokin Aces.
Hugo, you're staring at me like I just asked you for the square root of something.
Easily one of the most stylish action movies to come out of the mid-2000s. This film by director Joe Carnahan sees various assassins set their sights on Buddy Aces Israel, a former Las Vegas magician turned mob informant. These guns for hire, lured in by the $1 million bounty on Israel's head, are colorful to say the least. And it's their explosive personalities that put this movie on our list. If you want to see a whole slew of Hollywood A-listers like Ben Affleck, Ryan Reynolds, Chris Pine, and more having the absolute time of their lives chewing scenery, this is the movie for you.
My guy is dead. The Bureau betrayed us.
Wake up.
You betrayed us, Deputy
Stop
Director
pointing at you.
Locke. You betrayed
that
us the
thing
way
out
you
of my
betrayed
face.
them.
Number 6, Crank.
1, 2, clear.
Now, here's a movie that should need no introduction. But here's the rundown just in case. Jason Statham plays an assassin who gets dosed with a rare poison that will kill him if his heart rate drops below a certain point. Not one to take this lying down, Statham sets out to find the antidote, engaging in various high-octane action along the way to keep his heart racing. This means that once the film gets going, it really never stops until the credits roll. Jason Statham is no stranger to insane action, and this one even tops the heights previously hit by movies like Transporter 2. Number 5, Furious 7.
You never should have messed with a man's family.
I told your brother the same thing.
The Fast and the Furious movies really seem to have more in common with the superhero genre than the street racing films the series started with, and the 7th installment proves that better than most. This entry in the long-running series sees Dom and company racing to recover a powerful computer program, as well as dodging our old friend Jason Statham.
I don't care about your computer. I'm here for the team that crippled my brother.
This is definitely the most insane entry in the franchise, with skydiving cars, a climax that reduces several city blocks to rubble, and definitely most memorable of all, car jump between 2 skyscrapers. Who even cares that it's done with CGI? That is just awesome.
Dom, cars don't fly! Cars don't fly!
Number 4. Shoot 'em up.
Talk about shooting your load.
Imagine what would happen if you turned Bugs Bunny into a trench-coated, gun-wielding badass and then made a live-action movie about it. That is Shoot 'em Up in a nutshell. Clive Owen stars as a gun-toting hero who has to protect a baby from a seemingly inexhaustible army of baddies. You probably think you've seen some ridiculous gunfights before, but you haven't seen anything yet. Owen's carrot-munching hero seems to have a knack for extremely creative violence, and it makes for an infectiously fun ride that leaves sanity and reason in the dust from the very first scene. Number 3. Kill Bill Volume 1. The first installment of Quentin Tarantino's blood-soaked revenge epic is definitely the more over-the-top of the two, with Uma Thurman's bride slashing her way through more gang members than we care to count. The film's show-stopping sword battle is full of so much carnage that the MPAA demanded the scene be altered, and Tarantino pulled out an old trick used by vintage martial arts shows. Have the scene play out in black and white in order to downplay the massive amount of bloodshed. But even in classy black and white, this has to be one of the goriest, most over-the-top, and most awesome sword fights in movie history.
What?
Number 2. Faceoff.
Ah, yes. The eternal battle between good and evil, saint and sinner. But you're still not having any fun!
Before moving stateside, action auteur John Woo had already made quite a name for himself in the Hong Kong film scene with bullet ballet classics like Hard Boiled. This wasn't Woo's first American movie, but the Nick Cage John Travolta vehicle is definitely one of his best Hollywood productions.
Oh well. Plan B. Let's just kill each other.
The two headliners play an FBI agent and a notorious terrorist mastermind who have their faces swapped, leading to confusion, gunfights, and one heck of a speedboat chase. Even before the bullets start flying, you can tell this one's going to be over the top thanks to Cage's enthusiastic performance. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1, Commando.
Have some beers in Valverde Matrix. It'll give everyone a little more time with your daughter.
You're a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last.
Without a doubt, the cheesiest, most over-the-top, most absolutely bonkers action movie in the Governator's repertoire. This 1985 action spectacular distills everything we love about the action movie legend into one film.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
After his daughter is kidnapped, Arnold's former Special Forces colonel launches a one-man war against a band of South American criminals. What follows is a solid 90 minutes of ridiculous action, and some of the finest one-liners ever to be uttered in an action movie.
Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
It's like the platonic ideal of what an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is, the purest expression of 80s action movie cheese, and definitely the most over-the-top action movie of all time.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's right, Major. You did.
I lied.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.